The STIHL Women's U.S. Championships are back on the big stage for the 8th year. 12 athletes have qualified this time, and we expect more of the incredible performances that have marked this event. 4 disciplines, 2 chopping and 2 sawing, and a group of competitors who have a real desire to continue breaking records. Get ready for fierce competition and incredible athleticism as we find our champion for 2026.
Hello and welcome everyone watching around the world and everyone here at German Fest in Milwaukee, and the time has come. The STIHL 2026 U.S. Women's Pro Championship. Great crowd on hand, and you're about to see, yes, like it said, some terrific athleticism. To lead us through it all, let's bring out a legend in the sport, what with all the records and the championships here and around the world, a mentor to many and a great voice of the sport. Let's hear it for the one and only Super Dave Jewett.
What was going on? Is this live? Are we good? Can you hear me? You can hear me? Man, were you here yesterday? It was nuts. We've all lost our hearing from the hot saw yesterday. STIHL Timbersports. My name is Super Dave Jewett. I tell you what, 27 years I tangled with this sport, the original extreme sport. STIHL took it up a notch yesterday with the hot saw showdown. Big round of applause for Josh Wilson winning the national title. It lives in Morgantown, West Virginia. If you missed it, we're going to do it again tomorrow. A 6-event format with the men kicking off at 2, wrapping up with the hot saw. Today, though, the women, 12 of the best women in the country have qualified. They are here. They will be doing 4 events. And how about a round of applause to STIHL? Equal money as the men, $20,000 and a John Deere Gator. Going to be 4 big events. A lot of talking for me, so I've got some help coming out. Big guy with the big pipes and the big hype says, give it up for Dave Johns.
What is going on, Milwaukee? How's everybody doing up there tonight? Who wants a t-shirt? Let's just fire it right up. Who wants one? We've got plenty of those to launch here tonight, Dave. I am so pumped up. Saturday night here at German Fest every year.
Love the lederhosen, bud.
Of the year. I know, bud. I look good. You know what's even better, buddy? Our sponsors here tonight. The Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, John Deere, and of course, STIHL. Dave, I'm ramped up. You ramped up, buddy?
I'm ramped up. We broke 2 world records here last year. 12 of the women. Who are the ones to watch? We'll get the answer from the guys high in the sky. Tommy and Kevin, take it away, boys.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Dave. And Dave and Kevin Holtz, we know we got 12 amazing athletes here. We look at the records of some of them, and you know that they are odds-on favorites. We got some new faces as well, and somewhere in there, some folks who are ready to break through. The question is, who are the ones to watch?
Yeah, we've got a great field of athletes coming in. As you mentioned, there are always a couple that rise to the top, our multi-time champions. You've got to watch them all the way. But I've got a few others you've got to keep an eye on. That young lady right there, Kate Witkowski, we've been watching her for years develop her skills. She spent a lot of time in Australia honing her chopping skills in particular. She's always been a strong sawyer, but she's got a tough field to go up against the likes of multi-time champion Martha King. You see there in the near ground ripping off a standing block and then a single buck. Martha is here. She is focused. I've been watching her at early season events, always looking impressive. Lauren Bergman, you cannot have a competition. You cannot have this conversation without mentioning Lauren Bergman. She came out of nowhere a couple of years ago and has just continued to impress us. And again, when you're talking about multi-time champions, you've got to talk about Erin LaVoie. She's here. She's ready. She's focused. I was watching axe testing during our break earlier tonight. I think she's got the right weapons. She's got to have the right mindset, and she'll put together some awesome chops here today. Hannah Quigley, virtually my neighbor out of New York State. We've got a whole host of female athletes here, along with those that came in as part of a second chance qualifier that was hosted by Nathan Waterfield in Cherry Springs, New York. Cherry Valley, New York. So a great group of athletes. I cannot wait to light this thing off.
They are absolutely incredible. We'll meet them in just a few minutes. Right now, let's turn it back over to Dave and Dave.
All right, Tommy. Great job, guys. Let's bring them out. This is one of the new women on the tour. She fought hard to get in here. She deserves to be here from Lake Clear, New York. This is Kate Snyder.
And from Pulaski, New York, we saw her cut last night in the Hot Sauce Showdown. Let's hear it for Emily Brown.
Fourth generation lumberjack athlete. We've seen Melvin Lentz. We've seen his son, Jason Lentz. Jason's sister, Alicia Lentz from Diana, West Virginia. Give it up.
One of your local girls here tonight out of Hayward, Wisconsin. Let's hear it for Kate Witkowski.
From Warren, Pennsylvania, big round of applause for Colin Shepard.
From Honeoye Falls, New York, let's hear it for Hannah Quigley.
And her training partner from Victor, New York, Samantha Graves.
Three-time women's national champion from Chadds Ford, Pennsylvania. Let's hear it for Martha King.
One of the best sawyers in the world from Canandaigua, New York, Cecilia Jones.
And from Clay Elam, Washington, let's hear it for Kate Page.
She broke the world record in the standing block a year ago today on this stage from Kalispell, Montana, Lauren Bergman.
Erin LaVoie. Erin LaVoie holding nothing back.
All right, here comes our champion. From 2025, making her grand entrance through the crowd right now. We see the axes waving with all our steel dealers, the VIPs. Let's hear it for the four-time STIHL Timbersports Series National Women's Champion. From Spokane, Washington, here she is, Erin LaVoie.
All the way from Spokane, Washington, buddy, the four-time national champion. She says she has it in her to take 5 today. She won it in the last heat last year in the underhand, broke the underhand record on this stage for the second year in a row. This stage is a magnet for records.
All right, we'll welcome the judges onto the stage. We have Rich Hallett and Chris Alba. And singing our national anthem here today, the fire chief from Menominee Falls. Let's hear it for Joe Pulvermacher. So at this time, if able, please rise and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, we're so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Stock saw. After the starting shot, the contestants have to cut 2 wooden discs, so-called cookies, within a 10-centimeter mark, one downward and one upward. The attempt is only valid when both discs have been cut off completely and within the marks.
All right, what an intro. A lot of fun there, and we have the fun is yet to begun, Kevin. I mean, it's going to be hot and heavy for a couple of hours here, so just get ready to see some incredible racing, incredible performances. 4 disciplines, as we mentioned, and the first one is the stock saw. That can be a daunting one because everyone is so tightly bunched among the good times.
Yeah, and we're working our way towards the idyllic cut. You know, the fastest reaction time from wood to saw, the fastest retrieval of the saw to the wood, the fastest time through the wood. These athletes are analyzing video and breaking down every element of these cuts, and our margin of error is getting ever so narrow. So you're going to see, you know, there'll be a couple of outliers, but we'll be able to throw a blanket over like the top 6 times here easily.
Here, this first heat coming out on position 1 from Lake Clear, New York. Let's hear it, her first time on the stage here in Milwaukee. Let's hear it for Kate Snyder. And on position 2, her first time on the stage here at the National Championship from Diana, West Virginia, Alicia Lentz.
Alicia Lentz there on stand number 2. Certainly a well-known name in the sport, for sure. 4th generation of Lentz's competing at this sport at the very highest level. And this is Lentz's debut on this one, Alicia's debut. Can't wait to see what happens here. Going up against Kate Snyder from the state of New York. 5 years competing, 5 years coaching at her alma mater, Paul Smith College.
Well, Tommy, I had the privilege of watching both of these athletes cut their way to this opportunity on what would be
athletes
a typical
ready.
Stage for them.
Stand
now,
to your
lights,
timber.
camera, action. Let's see
3,
how they handle the pressure
2,
here on the
1,
big stage in Milwaukee.
Go.
Both of them quick, clean, into the wood. Slight advantage to Snyder. Uh-oh, trouble on 2. Yeah. I don't know if she's aware there's trouble on 2. Yep, Alicia Lentz just saw that disc. When you cut the majority of the wood like that, and only just the nose of the bar is sticking out, you have the sensation that you're cutting the whole log.
Yep.
In fact, it feels like a really good cut because you missed about 10% of that wood over there. Head Judge Rich Hallett on the left, Chris Alba on the right. They're going to look things over.
Both cuts are good.
I'll tell you what, Tommy, as a new athlete to this stage, even though these ladies have cut on many other stages and many other competitions, both cuts are good is probably the best thing you can hear at this stage of the competition. Alicia Lentz, not the time she wanted to have. Kate Snyder, though, looks clean, composed, consistent thickness on discs. She's presenting the saw straight to the block. That's about the best you can hope for. Get through this first event, get the nerves done. We'll watch this run from Alicia Lentz. She's up and in. First cut looks spot on. That's about where you want to be in terms of thickness of the disc. She's nice and square and straight, but she comes up and the power head comes over. The nose of the bar just doesn't. And again, I can't emphasize enough, it's going to feel like a really fast cut because you've omitted about 10% of the wood. She realizes it when the disc hits the stage. You can see a little bit of a gasp or a sigh there. She goes back, puts in a third cut. She will get a time. It's a tough break for Alicia Lentz, but now at this point, nothing to do other than just shake it off. Move on to your next three disciplines.
Does get a time, avoids the DQ, the time of 24.91. Unofficially, and for the winner of the heat, Kate Snyder, an official time of 13.38. That's a scene outside the BMO Arena, the BMO facility here of a big, big day here at German Fest. What a tradition here in Milwaukee. The crowd loving everything they're seeing here inside, and we have just gotten started here. The first heat of 6 heats, and our first discipline, the stock saw.
Keep the noise! Bring the noise!
Stock saw from Pulaski, New York, Emily Brown. And her opponent, the local girl from Hayward, Witkowski, with Hayward, Wisconsin, Kate Witkowski.
Yeah, Kate Witkowski from Hayward, Wisconsin, a place with a great lumberjack tradition. She has been competing very successfully here for a good many years. We just caught up with her a few minutes ago.
Last year, things just came together, though. I, even backstage after every event, I started strong with stock saw, which is, that's one of those like tricky point situations where anyone can kind of take stock saw. And I was on top with stock saw, so I started out strong and kind of rode this wave of confidence and just felt like really secure, really calm, really focused into every event. And so I'm hoping to piggyback off that for this year and stay really calm, really focused, but like direct my intensity in the right direction.
1, go!
Is now on stage for Stock Saw 2026, and she has drawn a tough dance partner in the form of Emily Brown. Ooh. Boy, we got a great race going on. But trouble for Emily Brown as she misses the switch. She may have actually crossed over and cut out. That would be a catastrophic situation for Emily Brown, who is normally calm, cool, and collected and does not make mistakes in this Stock Saw. Wait to see. Yep, there it is. The yellow flag flying from Rich Hallett on stand number 1. Chris Alba is going over to confirm. I believe that is going to be a cut out, or not a cut out, but yeah, cut out, cut over the line for Emily Brown. I don't know, there's heads nodding, there's gestures. Let's see what Rich has to say.
Yep.
Okay, DQ on stand 1, cut over the line. Your cut is good.
Well, the crowd responds not so amorously to Rich Hallett, head judge. Let's watch this run here from Emily Brown. Cut number 1 looks good. She's down through, clean, consistent, nice sized disc, but then she just gets a little aggressive, and it was done before it even started. As soon as she placed that saw into the underside of that log, she was over the line, just was trying to go a little too quick. She came back out, reset, but again, at that point, the damage is done. I think she was just hoping that maybe she didn't cross that line. Let's take a look here at Kate Witkowski, stand number 2. Again, these athletes are really just dialed in on that perfect cut, allotting just enough wood on this first disc to leave themselves plenty of wood. Oh, she didn't have a great cut there too. Bottom side of the log, but you see the chain there actually stopped. She was going for everything that saw had to offer and asked about 3% more than what it had.
Well, it was a good recovery, and that is a cut, 14.20 seconds. So second place now belongs to Kate Witkowski. Kate Snyder, the 13:38 is your leading numbers so far.
Scan and play along as well. Scan the QR code when it pops up. Say hello worldwide, streaming all over the world right now. And there we go. There's one of those beards out there. Oh, there's Hannah Nation out there. Quigley's family there. And we got one of those, those axes are so sweet. I got one for my daughter here too. Those things are awesome. There we go, yeah. Where's the beers? That's my question, Jewett. Where's the beers out there tonight?
Yeah, we just saw one. You missed it.
There they are. There's those Steins. There's those Steins out there.
That's the rowdy section over there.
I like that.
Yeah, we need every disqualification, that section, we need you to go nuts.
That's a beard right there. That is a beard.
Look at this guy.
That's beard of the night right now. That is beard of the night. I love this edition, the fan cam. There's some of the production crew. There we go. Hammering beers. I love it. Isn't German Fest without some Steins filled with beer? All right. Here we go. Up next on position 1 out of Warren, Pennsylvania. Let's hear it for Colin Shepard. On position 2 out of Honeoye Falls, New York. Let's hear it for Hannah Quigley.
Well, this will be the first of what will probably be several New York matchups here as we go throughout the evening here. That's Colin Shepard. Colin Shepard, the Central New York native, now lives in Pennsylvania, graduate of the State University of New York, ESF, going up against Hannah Quigley. Hannah Quigley, who has medaled here 3 times. 3rd place in 24 and 22. 2nd place in 2024. She's always, as you would say, Kevin, a one to watch here.
Warm up your saws.
Absolutely. And it was, not to take anything away from the attention of Hannah Quigley, but I'm really watching Colin Shepard on one. I'm curious to see how this goes for her. She was another one of the athletes that cut their way in from the Cherry Valley competition. She was absolutely thrilled to get in here and be part of this event. I'm hoping she makes the most. I want to see a great cut from Colin Shepard here.
1, go!
Both athletes up and in, looking very clean, very quick. Look at the difference in the body positioning. Hannah Quigley, this is not what I wanted to see from Colin Shepard. I don't think she's got enough to go back and try to fit in another cut. She's going to try. You got to try. You can't not try. That is a tough break for Colin Shepard. Again, this is the lights, the camera, the action, the music. There's so much more going on this stage than at your average weekend lumberjack tournament that most of these athletes participate in. She's got to shake it off and move on. Hannah Quigley, though, a great looking time, 13.54.
Okay, stand 1, DQ, cut line, incomplete disc. Your cut is good.
1/100th of a second, your new leader is Hannah Quigley. We got on the mic. Awesome cut, Hannah. We're just watching the replay right here. Great entrance into the wood. Remember when you first started the sport, you just accelerated right out of the gates. Roger Phelps, who ran Timber Sports, said, "Who is that?" And you've just been accelerating it. It started with a stock saw. Underhand, you won the single buck on this stage, but it starts with the stock saw today. Tell us about your cut.
Hey, after stock saw, today's a breeze. This is the hardest event to start out the day with. 10, 15 seconds, and you just have to be on. This is a really difficult event, really cool to display all these amazing saws. I've been lucky to have a lot of really great coaches through this, so I'm psyched. From here, I'm going to kill it.
You good? Yeah. All right, you got 3 events to go, all the way from Honeoye Falls, New York, taking the lead by 2/100ths of a second, Hannah Quigley.
Well, what I love about this run from Hannah Quigley is she is maintaining her pose and maintaining her posture the whole way through this cut. Her feet are planted. She's not moving around. She's not shuffling. She's also standing tall. She's looking down on the log. She knows where that saw is. And there's an old phrase in this sport, thin to win. You see how thin that second disc is? That actually reduces the sideways pressure, the pinching force of that disc on the rivets and side plates of the chain. That just saves horsepower. That horsepower goes into cutting instead of just the friction rubbing on the sides of the cut.
One official time of 13.36 puts Hannah Quigley on top in the stock saw. Last year she finished down in the pack, and head-to-head was having disc problems. Speaking of discs,
yes,
and she has got the physical therapy dialed in. Feels great this year, and like she said, I'm going to kill it out here today.
Yeah, great confidence booster when you can come out and dominate the stock saw. That's always going to put a feather in your cap. Tell you what, good on Kate Snyder, sitting second right now in her big debut on this stage. Again, this is a very mental discipline.
Stacks off of Victor, New York. This is Samantha Graves. And her opponent, the 3-time champion from Chadds Ford, Pennsylvania, Martha King.
All right, New York versus Pennsylvania right here. Samantha Graves, Victor, New York. 5th here last year in 2025, but she has been very busy in the past year, and she's ready to get it going 2026.
In preparation for this year, I was pretty happy with my performance last year. I had smooth cuts in all of the events. So just continuing practice. And then, I just took a little time to, recover at the end of the season and rest.
Well, there she is on stand number 1. Silver in the Team World Championship. 2024 former world record holder in the women's standing block, Samantha Graves. Going up against a real tough customer here. 2-time champion, Martha King.
A 3-time champion and avid chainsaw operator. Her family works and runs a business in the tree care industry, and Samantha Graves has got out. Their wheels are falling off the cart for every expertise level of athlete here. She might be over the line. Now the saw is stuffing up. We got to settle the nerves down. Martha King, on the other hand, not a flash time at a 14.82. I'm not sure. I got thrown off by all the chaos on stand number 1. I don't even know what went wrong for Martha King, but a 14.82. We'll have to hear what the judge says, but that's going to be a DQ on 1, I'm going to say for sure.
Okay, stand 1, DQ, cut line. Your cut is good.
All right, let's see what
Samantha
the infraction
Graves
was.
Up into the wood, barely gets that saw in, super thin and just not very straight in the cut. The saw is running out, and there you see it just walks right out of the edge of the wood. Now she's got the tall task of attempting to fit a 3rd cut into a very limited amount of real estate. She attempted to do it, but somewhere, there it is, coming up through the bottom. She's just eroding that line the whole way up through. That is a tough break for Samantha Graves. Martha King, there it is, up in, very quick to the wood. Good first cut. Oh, there it is. You see the saw there, that chain just stalled out. I don't know if we're going to see the same thing coming back up through, but that stall out on the way up, or excuse me, the way down, definitely cost her some time. I was watching the way up just to see if there was another stall out or something, but not an impressive time for Martha King. Hannah Quigley's got to be loving what she's seeing.
Still sitting on top with a 13.36, and Martha King's time of 14.62 has her only in 4th place. So I know she's going to be a little bit disappointed with that time there. It doesn't take much of an obstacle to put you several positions back.
In that cut in that first heat. Now there's 3 DQs behind her. That is so many more points for her. That is huge. All right, folks, you can scan the QR code up on the screen right now. Play along with us. We have a question about one of the athletes coming up next, Kate Page, coming to the stage next. So if you want to play along, you get the question right, you head back to the STIHL trailer. You can get one of these awesome STIHL 100 Years hats just for playing along with us and getting these questions right. So scan that QR code, play along with us, maybe take home one of these awesome STIHL 100 hats. So all right, Kate Page is one of the hottest jobs outside of timber sports. What does she do? Is she a welder, wildland firefighter, a blacksmith, or a fire investigator? And the correct answer is wildland firefighter. So if you got that right, you can head back to that STIHL trailer anytime tonight. Show them you got that question right. Get yourself one of those awesome hats commemorating 100 years of STIHL equipment. All right, next heat. On position 1 out of Canandaigua, New York. Let's hear it for Cece Jones. And on position 2 out of Ellensburg, Washington. Let's hear it for Kate Page.
There's Cecilia Jones on stand number 1, as I said, from Canandaigua, New York, a product of Finger Lakes Community College, which I'm thinking is pretty close by there, absolutely. And she says this is her most daunting discipline, the stock saw. Going up against Kate Page, the veteran from Bend, Oregon. 9th here last year. Her best finish was 6th in 2021. She is a wildlands firefighter coming out of the University of Montana, Missoula.
Kate Page, a
great
stock saw operator, as is Cecilia Jones. Tell you what, Tommy, we're collecting DQs like they're going out of style. I did not have that on my bingo card, and it is making a mess of our STIHL overall points. I don't know if the $20,000, the John Deere Gator, the steel saw, that's all just weighing a little heavy on everyone's mind.
2, 1, go!
Boy, clean cuts. Let's see it. Oh, in trouble already.
Oh, no.
You know what? There you go. Good on Cece. She knew she was coming out of that block. She's the first one to recognize it. Re-rack and cut. Kate Page, 13.98. I think Cecilia Jones saved the time.
Yeah.
I think that will be a clean run, not a fast run, but with all the DQs stacked up, though, Tommy, that any time at this point is going to get you a nice stack of STIHL overall points.
Yeah.
All right, both cuts are good.
Well, let's have a look at stand number 1. I don't know. There's some kind of voodoo hex or something going on over here. Cecilia's up. Thin disc, and again, motor's over, nose of the bar is out. That's where we see everybody missing. And I tell you what, she's the first one to have the situational awareness and recognize. I think she saw some of the chips blow out of the end of that log. She re-racks, did not have to waste the time of finishing a partial cut. Had lots of real estate to work with. Yeah, all good. Slow time, but it's a time, Tommy. That just works. Kate Page, on the other hand, over here on stand number 2, is up clean into the wood. Nice, respectable size, a little bit thick. She's actually, I didn't notice this too, she's walking a little bit into that log. So she didn't have a ton of real estate. Keeps it fairly square. Slow on that transition, but gets the saw where it needs to go. Leaves that line intact.
Kate Page with a good time in the 13s, a 13.78 officially for Kate Page. That has her in 3rd place overall. And our first discipline, the stock saw. Hannah Quigley holding on to top spot with a 13.36 with 1 heat remaining.
Yeah, 1 heat remaining, Tommy, but it's a big one.
Yeah.
LaVoie and Bergman, and these 2 athletes have just been sitting backstage. They've been listening to us. They've been watching these runs, and they know about those 3 DQs out there.
Well, that opens a door for someone else when someone has a DQ. That is for sure.
All right, you guys
Erin
want to be on
LaVoie, our
TV
4-time champion. What an entrance she had coming in here.
Say hello to everybody around the world, streaming live right now. Millions of viewers concurrently watching around the world right now. The Women's National Championship here. The best ladies in the world compete on this stage every year, folks. So let them see you out there. I think we need more beers flowing out there, Dave. I think we need more beers. Where's those steins? Let's see those steins out there. I love, you got a fan, Dave. I see a heart Super Dave sign over here.
Claire Witkowski. Oh, you're married now.
Love the crowd here.
My first ever billboard out there.
That's your first. That's your first billboard.
Yeah.
Congratulations, buddy.
I threw $100 at Hayward last weekend, so
you made it. You finally made it.
Got it. I mean, hey.
Good noisy crowd in place here. They look
congratulations to Claire
championship
Witkowski.
Competition.
All right, final heat of the stock saw coming up next. And we'll see how these points are going to shake out heading into our next event, the standing block. All right, here we go. Dave,
stand number 1 from Spokane, Washington, your 4-time national champion, Erin LaVoie. And from Kalispell, Montana, the world record holder from last year, Lauren Bergman. That's in the standing block.
Lauren Bergman there, coming off a big win over in Virginia Beach, Virginia, won the Women's North American Trophy.
Winning the North American Cup was such a blessing. I was just able to have a fun day and a good day and just a pretty well-rounded day. I didn't do spectacular at any one event, but I was able to stay consistent throughout, and that's how I was able to come out with the win.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, that's Erin LaVoie on your left and Lauren Bergman on your right. She is not waiting around for anything. She was very quick to the wood and is already into the switch. Oh, and got a little too aggressive on that upcut. Opens the window for LaVoie. Erin LaVoie coming out in the low 14s. She feels like she's got a clean cut, no DQ. I feel like she's happy with that. Tommy, the times just aren't there this year, though. I was wondering if, we'd see a 12 and 11. So maybe some firm timber here this year on the Timber Sports stage, which is fine. It's consistent across the board. That's all that matters.
Both cuts are good.
For LaVoie, and she will slide into the number 4 spot. We're going to get an interview with Erin LaVoie.
Hello.
Come on back here. You're surviving. Like what Hannah said, let's just get that stock saw out of the way so we can, we can have some fun. Talk about it.
I thought stand 1 was evil. I was getting a little worried, but I got to see where's my dad. My dad's here. There he is. Hell yeah, that's my dad. I'm so stoked he's here. He came to watch me for the first time here, so glad to see him. Oh yeah, I cut, and it was good. Next one.
All business, Erin LaVoie. All business. She owns a CrossFit gym. She basically has eyes on her at all times. She's an instructor.
Let's go back and look at these two side by side. The start was just, I felt like there was a chasm between the go. I don't know if Erin LaVoie was kind of asleep at the switch, but there it is at the bottom. Lauren Bergman just stuffs that cut on the upcut. left the window wide open. LaVoie found another gear, got through the block. Again, a low 14, high 13. That's nothing to write home about, but it seems like the wood is just kind of consistently firm across the board, and the athletes are making the best cuts possible. I mentioned like the top 6, you'll be able to throw a blanket over them. It's really, at least the top 4 are all stacked right in there. 13-3-6, 13-3-8 separating first and second. Good on Kate Snyder with a 13-3-8 right there at the top of the field.
Yeah, struck early and struck hard. That was a great move there. Lauren Bergman's time of 14.77 leaves her in 7th place in stock saw. And Erin LaVoie, 13.98. And of course, our points correspond to that order right there. Top points now for Hannah Quigley of New York. A great, great start for that competitor here who is no stranger to the medal stand. One discipline down, 3 more to go. And you can take a look and see what's coming up next, the standing block.
All right, so at this time, we're going to welcome up our steel dealers up here. So we'll have them all join the stage. Come right on up. We are honored to recognize some truly exceptional members of our dealer network as STIHL celebrates its 100th anniversary. 9 outstanding dealerships rose to the top of their respective groups. These dealerships represent the very best, and their dedication continued to make STIHL an industry leader. Tonight, we are proud to recognize the top 3 dealers from each group. In our red dealer group, Michael McKinster and Connor Patterson with Rosenberg Builder Supply, Brett and Krista Werner with Capital Ace Hardware, Sean and Allie Redmond with Wise Ace Hardware. In our white dealer group, Noah Oberlink and Tucker Williams, Outdoor Power Sales, James and Jay Griffin with Extreme Outdoor and Rental, and Chris and Christopher Pierce with Equipment Repair Solutions. In the blue dealer group, Brian and Lisa Farrell with Farrell's Home and Outdoor, Larry and Pamela Bain with Pickwick Sauce Shop, and Carl and Megan Short with Butters Ace Hardware. So let's give them a huge round of applause there, folks. Now, one of these lucky dealers is going to win a trip to the STIHL 100-year anniversary celebration in Germany later this fall. But we want to make sure that everyone leaves Milwaukee with something truly special. STIHL is proud to present each dealership with a brand new MS 500i 100th anniversary edition chainsaw. Take a look at this bad boy, ladies and gentlemen. That thing is sick. All right, Super Dave, you've got the tickets here for our 3 dealer groups. Let's find out who will be joining us in Stuttgart, Germany. All right, don't be looking in there. I know they were trying to bribe you on the side. Don't be looking. Who do you got? Oh, you got it here, too. We've got it here. Super Dave's got it. All right. It will be the white group, Outdoor Power Sales. You'll be heading to Germany this year. Congratulations. Give them all a big, big round of applause. Thank you to everyone, and please enjoy this unforgettable experience in Milwaukee. Dave, I was looking at these 500i's earlier, these 100th anniversary edition saws. They are slick. I was told there was only roughly 5,000 of them made in production. So you get one of these. It's special, man. These saws are special. Have you run one yet?
I was just touched one today. I mean, that Centennial issue is it's phenomenal. It's beautiful. The colors are sharp. A lot of work going into that. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, the 500i, so light.
Yeah.
standing block chop. At the standing block chop, the felling of a tree with an axe is simulated. A vertically positioned wooden block with a diameter of 30 centimeters has to be cut through both sides. A powerful and precise swing with the axe is the premise of a good result.
All right, here we go. Standing block chop. First heat to the stage out of Lake Clear, New York. Let's hear it for Kate Snyder. And on position 2 from Diana, West Virginia, Alicia Lentz.
Well, heat number 1 of the standing block chop is going to be the top 2 seeds here. And of course, there in the foreground is Kate Snyder. And going up our number 1 seed in the standing block, we mentioned earlier, 4th generation lumberjack competitor. How does she feel about being the number 1 in her debut?
At Cherry Valley, I ended up finishing as the number 1 seed coming in to Milwaukee to compete today. I don't really have too many expectations for myself. I don't want to put any pressure, any added pressure. It's my first time, so I'm just trying to relax, have fun, and just do what I know how to do.
1, go!
Well, what she knows how to do is cut a clean standing block. Notice there's not just that blistering pace, but she is placing hits. She is disassembling this standing block chop and presenting the axe correctly. Kate Snyder is giving up the height advantage to Alicia Lentz, but she has an immense amount of strength as she goes into the backside of this log, puts 2 hits up, a little bit too much overlap there. She's got to span that axe out a little more and chase those corners. Now she's getting into it. Drop that 1 hit down a little bit. Nerves are clearly out there for these athletes. Alicia Lentz
going to be Lentz.
It was Alicia Lentz, a 39.21, showing as her unofficial time. She had a few hits going up into the backside of that block. I was waiting for her to turn her attention to downward drivers. I'm curious to see on a replay what the backside of that log looks like. The old adage in the sport is first to turn is not always first to finish, and Alicia Lentz just showed that beautifully.
Both cuts are good.
Tell you what, Tommy, it's good to see a big smile from Alicia Lentz. You got to be able to shake this off and deal with the pressure. Has a nice big front in the first side of this log. Couple hits got away from her. You see some stair stepping there, but you see in the background there, Kate Snyder has a very small face. When you go to drive this log off, as Alicia Lentz does on the near side, has a little fiber hold there on the back. When you're going to drive that log off and you're hitting from the back side of the log into a small front pocket, it just minimizes your options for how that log's going to come off. When you've got a nice wide open face, that axe is a better chance of traveling through the back of the log into fresh air and severing the block.
Well, a time officially of 38.97 for Alicia Lentz, so she officially has her first win in a heat on this stage in the national championship. Kate Snyder, probably not the cut she wanted, a 44.52. We'll see how it holds up.
Who hasn't gotten one of these yet? You know how it is. Make some noise. Put them up in the rafters there. Up in the rafters. We'll turn it down a little bit. We'll turn it down. Keep going. Keep going. There we go. That's out there that time. Loading them in, keep it. I'm telling you, I'm just going to keep rapid fire. Rapid fire out there. Hunter's loading me up, we're shooting them. I can still hear, I'm deciding where to shoot next. Who needs it? All right, we got one more. Who wants one more? Come on, I gotta hear it. I gotta hear it. All kind of sounds the same right now. Who wants it more? And there we go. Looks like we're just about set for that next heat, Dave. Trust me, folks, there's about 70 more over in this box over here. Pile of them.
We got another heat coming out, Dave, with these $600 axes. And they bring a full axe box, 6 axes, and each axe box, you know, they're coming in with upwards of $15,000 to $20,000 a gear, and you mix in the hot saw the men will be bringing out tomorrow. It's close to $40,000 worth of equipment these athletes are bringing in. Bring out heat 2 for us, buddy.
All right, on position 1. Hailing out of Ellensburg, Washington, let's hear it for Kate Page. On position 2, your 3-time national champ from Chadds Pennsylvania, Martha King.
Martha King versus that woman right there, Kate Page. Kate Page, the Wildlands firefighter from out in Oregon. What does she think about being back another year?
I'm hoping to do really well in my standing block this year. I had a show earlier this year that I had a 32-second time in, so I'm hoping that I can do that on the stage this weekend because that's a pretty respectable time.
All right, time to beat 38.97 from Alicia
Stand
Lynch.
to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
I see Martha King there in the near ground, just moving oxygen, getting hyped up as she goes into that standing block chop. You see a very crispy block. It just like grain broke away on her. She's around the backside of this log already in around 13 seconds. She's got a bit of a small face there, but I think it's enough. If she can cleanly take apart the backside of this log, I think she'll be driving and she'll be well. Oh, look at Kate Page coming on though. Kate's driving as well. Wow,
what a race.
One hit between them. Kate Page and Martha King both setting new personal bests, and I bet you'll see those times melt down a little more. Look at the emotion from Kate Page. She is by far one of the most entertaining competitors out here. She is tough as nails, great attitude. Love to see her have success on this stage. Love to see both of these athletes set new personal best times going head to head.
Great race.
Both cuts are good.
Gonna grab a quick interview with Martha King, all business today. Talked to one of the cameramen earlier, said Martha's intense, wanted to get an interview, said, hey, look, I got a job to do. We'll get an interview later. Totally understand it. Here's a mic for you. Talk about how you doing up here, and how's the strength? A good cut. You're leading right now. Talk about what's happening.
You know what? It opened up in kind of an unexpected manner. I didn't expect it to be so crispy, but it still moved, which was good news. So I just had to double down and hit it hard and try to keep moving. That's a tough event for me, but I'm grateful to be able to showcase my ability. Before I got started, I said, Lord, I just want my competition to be, worship for you. So I want to win. I do it because I'm competitive, but I also want to honor the Lord with the gifts he's given me. So I'm excited anytime I can do something I'm proud of.
You're looking at the best single bucker in the world right now. That event is coming up next. Get your saw ready. Big round of applause for Martha King.
Let's go back and have a look at this run. You see there's Kate Page in the left side of your screen, and that's Martha King in the front side. You heard her say in that interview how the block did open up weird. Here's what I couldn't see is the massive back scarf that Kate Page put in that block. She found another gear and just was running Martha King down. Martha, again, was a little bit shocked at how crispy that block was. It broke across the grain on her opening blows. She regained composure, put in a clean cut. Again, personal best, both athletes on the stage. It's hard to get much better than that.
Oh, that was perfect racing. 1 minute, 1/100th of a 1 and 1/100th of a second difference between those two, with Martha King getting the best of it, a 13.03, and Caitlin Page 31.12.
All right, up next, Heat 3 coming to the stage now on position 1 from Canandaigua, New York. Let's hear it for Cecilia Jones. On position 2 from Warren, Pennsylvania, Colin Shepard.
Well, this is going to be
the New York showdown here. Cecilia Jones, CC Jones right there from Canandaigua, New York. Had a little trouble, like many in the stock saw, the first discipline of the day. Ditto for her opponent in this one, Colin Shepard, a Central New York native, now residing in Pennsylvania. Both of them did their college work in the Empire State. Both of them looking to improve their position in the standing.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
Tommy, you kind of alluded to the college background of both of these athletes, and that's really evident in the population of athletes we have on the stage here. In terms of our women's competitors, a great collegiate program in the northeast part of the country, and that is tipping that scale in this region. Look at the race we've got on here. Cecilia Jones opening 1-1, but she got small on that. You see how that top hit? Oh, there it is, and she just went into that wall of wood at the top of that block. Boy, and she is just doing a ton of damage here. Things got away from Cecilia Jones. That is a tough break for Cecilia Jones as that axe got away from her a couple of times. The back side of that log, she stepped the top of that chop down a solid 1.5 inches or more. That then puts like a cliff of wood in the top side of that chop where she wants to swing. So every time she goes to put the axe in there, the cheek of the axe is hitting that little overhang of wood, and it's causing the axe to glance out.
Okay, stand 1, DNF. Your cut is good.
Let's watch. You can already see the damage is done. That downward blow is easily 2 inches below. And then you see her natural swing is putting the axe where the hit should have gone. Even that one kind of did a weird little scoop down there. And now the die is kind of cast where her... Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking too. Her body is trying to put the axe where it wants to go, but there's this weird cliff of wood there that's just causing the wood to break away and do kind of some dangerous things with the axe. You see there the flag coming in from Rich Hallett. That's a safety violation, and we'll turn our attention over to Colin Shepard here on stand number 2. The front side of this log didn't look super pretty for Colin Shepard. She got into the back side of the block and does pull out a 31-36. Which is a solid improvement on her personal best. I know she wants to get rid of that stair-steppy look, but again, the time is what it's all about. A 31-36 for Colin Shepard. Big smiles from that athlete.
At 31-36, good enough for third place as it stands right now. We'll see how it stands up. And, of course, for Cecilia Jones, not the DQ, but the DNF did not finish due to safety reasons. And that'll be no points. We are 3 heats in, halfway through with our heats. The standing block chop. We have our points leader coming up in this next matchup. We'll get to that just as soon as preparations are done. Ready for the next go-around.
So scan that code. If you're wondering what that hat looks like, I've got one up here. These things are beautiful. They've got that beautiful steel chainsaw on them. Say 100 years on the back. So let's see if you can get this question right. Let's see if you get this question right, Dave.
I got it.
Erin LaVoie once worked as a corrections officer. How long did she last on the job? I love this question. I love this.
She FaceTimed me on the way to work one day. I should know this answer. One week. Oh, I should have said I knew it.
Oh, that's a good one. The trailer keeping us guessing every time. All right, Heat 4 coming to the stage now out of Honeoye Falls, New York on position 1. Let's hear it for Hannah Quigley. And on position 2, your 4-time national champion. Let's hear it for Erin LaVoie.
Well, here we go. Our points leader, 3-time medalist Hannah Quigley, going against 4-time national champion Erin LaVoie.
This is going to be a pretty decisive heat, Tommy, in terms of STIHL overall points. You know, Hannah Quigley on top after that stock saw. Great but she's up against a 4-time champ. We have a 3-time champ in this field. This is another chance for Hannah Quigley to grab some more overall points and extend that lead. Erin LaVoie, I think, is going to have something to say about it.
3, 2, 1, go!
See a little bit different strategy between LaVoie and Quigley and how they're opening this block up. I tell you what, Erin LaVoie, I was going to say she's doing a lot of damage in the front side of this log. She had 2 downward blows that got away from her, and you can see there how they rolled down in and left that little weird wing of wood. She's got to keep that axe moving. Quigley has the pace in the back side of the log. LaVoie seems to be fading a bit. Quigley looking to drive already.
Quigley, I thought that was it.
The near. There it is. Hannah Quigley, a 32.5 unofficially. I think we'll see that melt away a little bit. Quigley carrying that momentum from the stock saw into the standing block. You heard in her interview that she was most nervous about that stock saw and said, you know what, it's gravy after that stock saw. Let's go.
Both cuts are good.
With a win in the stock saw and so far solid placement in the standing block, Hannah Quigley just brought the pace. Opens this back 1-1. She was on her marks, started to stair step a little bit, started to choke in a little bit, but the timber was there. The axe was the right choice. You can see that one upward near hit didn't get her what she wanted. She kind of returned back to that stair step. She goes to drive, and you can see that one, the second to last driving blow almost caught her off guard. It blew through that block. She goes and chases that far wood, finishes with a solid 32 and change.
.32.42 is going to put Hannah Quigley in 4th place in the standing block chop. She had a big advantage there over Erin LaVoie, but Erin LaVoie only one position back. So there's your overall standings as it stands right now. Kate Page on top, and we are still awaiting the final 2 heats of the standing block chop. So it'll be very interesting to see how it plays out. Again, Martha King on top of the standings in the standing block right now.
Like Tommy, just a quick note on Kate Page. Like Kate Page is doing some Kate Page stuff right now where she's not doing like super flash, super fancy winning events, but all of a sudden she's tied for points lead after 2 disciplines.
Right in there.
So she's just right there. She's part of the conversation. We saw Lauren Bergman. That's how she made her way to the top just a couple short years ago. So very, very interesting how the points are starting to shape up already.
There's a few ready to break through in this group, that's for sure.
World record holder in this event. She set it on this stage just last year. Let's hear it from Kalispell, Montana, Lauren Bergman. And on position 2 from Pulaski, New York, Emily Brown.
On stand number 1.
That is Lauren Bergman right there for a victory in the North American Women's Cup competition. Completed about 6 weeks ago, Virginia Beach, Virginia. That was a big win, very prestigious. Going up against Emily Brown. Emily having a little trouble with the stock saw to start out the day and looking to regain some points there. She's capable of doing that.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
That was uncharacteristic trouble for Emily Brown in the stock saw. That is not how she rolls at a power sawing event. Oh, and I was going to say, but she's just got to step in and settle in and cut this standing block. She's exceptionally powerful, but she's got a tough order here to take down Lauren Bergman, who's around the backside of this log in about 15 seconds. Bergman at 22 seconds looking to drive. It's hanging. 24.70 showing. We may see that fade even more. Emily Brown, though, off as well. I don't know where the backside of that log came from. I feel like I'm going to, get quadra vision or something to cover all the action on this stage.
There's lot going on.
So much happening here. I kind of just discarded Emily Brown here, but
both cuts are good.
What's up? I love it, man. Your face looks right. I love it when you're on stand number one close to us. Just a phenomenal cut. We were talking about what happened up in Hayward, Wisconsin. You had a lousy qualifier, but you got into the small final. You laid down one of the fastest times. You are leading right now at a 24.42, a North American record. Big round of applause for Lauren Bergman.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was a pretty good cut. The wood was awesome, and I was just focusing on being accurate and really hitting it hard, and it worked out pretty good.
You have this textbook downswing. It starts with the release of the upswing. It is one massive continuous looping motion. How important is that to have that perpetual motion from the up hits into your down?
Oh, yeah, it's so important. Just having everything be fluid the whole way through, even your transitions and everything. Yeah, I'm thankful it worked out today. And I want to say hi to everybody at home that's watching and my girls in the crowd today.
Thanks so much. Love the emotion. Love the effort. Lauren Bergman. Again.
Well, Dave Jewett picked up on what I was going to pick up on, and that is the body mechanics of Lauren Bergman and how she places the axe and how she transitions between hits. What a smooth cut for Lauren Bergman into the backside of this log. She goes into a 1-and-1 pattern, then starts to open up in 2-and-2. When you open up 1-and-1, you create these little corners near and far, and you present the axe to those corners. The impact is just palpable. It draws the axe into that wood. Big fist bump, animation from Lauren Bergman. We love to see it.
She just didn't reach the far wood. Right there. Had she reached over, that would have saved her.
What an effort. Great race as well. Lauren Bergman, 24.42 to take the lead in the standing block chop. Emily Brown just behind that, second 0.26 behind at 25.68. That was heat number 5. We have one heat remaining. We will see some changes on the points board.
Here's our final heat. Coming to the stage now in the standing block on position 1, your local favorite from Hayward, Wisconsin. Let's hear it for Kate Witkowski. On position 2 from Victor, New York, Samantha Graves.
Final heat going to be Samantha Graves going up against the Wisconsin lumberjack athlete here, Kate Witkowski. Here again to win it.
This year, I spent a few weeks down in Australia training with some of the best in the world in the chopping events, and that was really helpful, I think. And then continue training throughout the winter and the spring. So I did a little breaking down this winter and then trying to build back up.
Athletes ready.
To the right place.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, sometimes in this sport, to move forward, you've got to back up and kind of break your swing down and get back to basic mechanics. Look at the opening face here from Samantha Graves over on stand number 2 as she's into the backside of the log. A little bit of a stair step in the top side of the log, which could impact her driving off. She's got to keep the pace, though, in the backside here. 22 seconds elapsing. She's reaching far. She goes back to get another chip. She drives off. She will be down under 30 seconds. She'll probably be 27 and change when we go back to the video on that. Great run from Samantha Graves. I'll always remember when we watched her break the world record in this event a few years ago. Kate Witkowski there just losing her way a little bit in the backside of the block, spraying some hits in. The far wood just not coming out of that stick for her.
Both cuts are good.
There you see that wall of wood from Samantha Graves on the top side, a little bit of a cliff there. That's where a round of hits got away from her. She stepped down. Sometimes athletes will do that intentionally if they know they've got a really great block and a really great cut going. I don't think that was intentional in this case, but in the backside of this log, this is where it comes back to haunt her. That wood should have been cleared back another inch or so, and when she starts to drive, she has to go back in, put an up hit on the far side to draw one more chip out of the far side of that log before she can drive it off.
Well, there it is, the win in the standing block for Lauren Bergman, that time of 24.42, right behind her in that great race. Emily Brown at 25.68, some good stuff going on around here. Samantha Graves, Martha King in fourth place. And now let's take a look at our overall standings, and there she is, Lauren Bergman. She won a big one already this year, and she is on top, actually tied, a three-way tie at the top with Kate Page and Hannah Quigley. So we have got a tight one here. Oh, it's the Women's U.S. Pro Championships, and we are halfway through our 4 disciplines. We're going to get back to the sawing. We've got the single buck when we return.
Some days, everything goes your way. This is not one of those days.
Look at that.
Good thing the Gator XUV can navigate rugged terrain and haul whatever the day demands.
You pull me out!
Because when work happens, you've got a Gator for that. The Gator XUV, built for every kind of workday.
The power's out!
Learn more at an authorized John Deere dealer.
Conserving moments like this. The Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation is building a strong future for all big game. 1 square mile a day. That's our mission. More access, healthier habitats. Your support will help shape what's next.
Smell that? Spring. Things out here have gotten a little too comfortable. It's time to remind these edges, and blades just who pays the bills around here. It's time to run it. Run it until the grass becomes a lawn, until the hedges duck and cover. Then, run it again.
The STIHL 2026 Women's U.S. Pro Championships are sponsored by STIHL, celebrating 100 years. By John Deere. And by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. So great to have you with us. We've got a barn burner here, 3-way tie at the top, halfway through the proceedings here. 4 disciplines, 2 of them down already. We've had a chopping event and a sawing event. We have got another sawing event coming up next. It's the single buck.
Who do we got? Heat number 1 of the single buck. This is going to be Kate Snyder versus Alicia Lentz. You know, we want.
All right, that's going to be Kate Snyder going up against Alicia Lentz. Alicia Lentz making her debut on this stage here. Big day. She's already knocked out 1 heat win already, so she's broken the ice. What are the prospects for the rest of the competition?
I knew that when given the opportunity to qualify, I knew that I wanted to put my best foot forward and just have a heyday when I went. You know, we haven't had the opportunity to be able to qualify the past couple of years, and so.
All right. She'll be on stand number 2. Alicia Lentz. Kate Snyder on stand number 1. Kate Snyder.
Athletes
currently
ready.
in 6th place.
Stand
Kate
to your timber.
with 13
3,
points.
2, 1.
Alicia
go.
down at 10th.
But again, both of these athletes cut their way in from the Cherry Valley qualifier hosted by Nathan Waterfield. It seems like just a few short weeks ago, but earlier this summer, Kate Snyder with trouble in the top side of that log, a couple of hangs, maybe the handle coming up a little bit in the back, and then hanging rakers. Alicia Lentz not waiting around, sub 20 seconds for Alicia Lentz on stand number 2. Arguably one of the fastest saws out there, and she runs it so smooth.
Both cuts are good.
There's Alicia Lentz. She elected to run a slightly less aggressive saw, but it is smooth, it's light, and it's fast. A little bit of a hang-up, some chatter there from both athletes, stand number 1 and 2, but Alicia Lentz just recovers and runs that saw so well all the way down through the bottom of the log. Clean finish at the end. That's where things really get out of control for a lot of athletes when you have so much weight on so few teeth on a small amount of timber at the bottom of that log.
Well, if you poll these athletes before the competition starts in this women's championship, the majority of them will say the single buck is probably the most daunting. So to get through that one for Alicia, good. Time of 18.86, 7.11 seconds back. Kate Snyder with the 25.97. That paddle is deceptively fast there. I don't really know exactly how that works, but that's some great efficiency. I suspect there's some additional help going on.
Yeah, there's additional propulsion. Dave Jewett and I were down by the river earlier today, and we studied one of those boats going by that allegedly is pedal powered. And I did happen to spot an outboard nestled in between the paddle and the boat.
Yeah.
Secret's out, Tommy.
Yep.
But I said this is long saw wood. $1,000. Why not?
Yeah, it's incredible to me how much these saws are costing now, Dave. Anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000 for a new single buck saw, because there's only 5 manufacturers in the entire world right now.
And a 3 to 4 year waiting list.
All right, here we go. Heat 2 of the single buck on position 1 from Hayward, Wisconsin. Let's hear it for Kate Witkowski. On position 2, just saw her slaughter that standing block from Warren, Pennsylvania, Colin Shepard.
Kate Witkowski in the foreground there. She told us earlier in the program here. Spent some time down in Australia. Sort of getting to the core of all her training there. Maybe starting over in a few aspects there to get the very best performance she can get. Going up against Colin Shepard.
Tommy, it's worth acknowledging the preparation that goes in on the stage from the athletes in these seconds. We're introducing and there's stuff going on, but you saw Kate Witkowski come out with a tape measure. She did like a plumb bob down from the center of the log, then measured over to where her first foot's going to go. I saw Kate Snyder in an earlier heat with a magnetic torpedo level, making sure that her saw was perfectly plumb to the wood. There's a whole... Alicia Lentz was counting the rakers between her handle and the front side of the log. There are so many rituals
athletes ready
to go in.
Stand
to make sure
to your
every
timber.
Cut is
3,
precise
2,
and consistent
1,
across the
go.
board. Ooh, boy, Colin Shepard was right there on the go. That was either a great start or maybe pushing that jump gun.
Well, we hope
Kate
not.
Witkowski, though, is doing a great job down through this log. She is such a powerful sawyer.
Wow.
Look at this. We may
Oh, my
just have
God.
a new world record. 13.92 showing on the unofficial clock. When we do a video review, typically that time goes down a little bit more. What a feather in the cap for Kate Witkowski. She is the closest thing we have to a hometown hero here in Milwaukee. Wisconsin's own 13.68.
Wow.
Okay, both cuts are good.
Well, we let head judge Rich Hallett get the final word on that. Big congratulations, though, to Kate Witkowski, who's standing by now with Dave Jewett.
Kate, a lot happening. 13.68. You are in the lead. And a new world record. It just came in. What was that? You're tough. You hit halfway at 6 seconds, and Dave and I just said something special's about to happen.
It was like 4 pulls, and I got to the middle. I got to thank the Beams family for loaning me that saw. It's been a joy to run, and after that standing block, I had a little more fire in my belly. My goal this weekend was to meet my potential, and I didn't in that block, but I think a world record is pretty good for meeting potential.
Did you do anything different in that cut? What was different about that cut? Your last personal best was around 16 seconds. You just shredded it. Yeah. What's different? Was it mentally? You came off with zero facial expression. You were all business.
Yeah, that's kind of how I like to run the events. I think I worked with Nancy Zaleski a couple weeks ago on pulling near wood. So getting off the top right away, like you said, that first couple pulls, I had dropped the saw quite a bit. So working with her to pull that near wood out, so I had tons of room to just let the saw fly was what happened.
What a comeback. One big round of applause for our new world record holder from Hayward, Wisconsin. Great job. Let's watch the replay.
World records happen when the right athlete, the right tool, the right timber, and the right day all came together, and we just witnessed a beautiful example of that. The top third of this log just evaporated at the hands of Kate Witkowski, drives through beautifully at the bottom, and just emotionless at the end of that run. Like, it just felt like a good cut. She's happy with it. But when it happens, when you're in that moment and you have that, what they used to call like the perfect lap,
yeah,
it just feels right. It just kind of melts away. Great job for Kate Witkowski.
At the moment, in the zone to be sure, and Kate Witkowski started a solid cut. Her first, the stock saw, a good time there. Kind of had a disappointment in the standing block, but man, oh man, coming back and laying down the world record. Oh man, oh man.
All
We're
right,
ready to push on forward.
Third heat in the single buck. Out of Honeoye Falls, New York. On position 1, let's hear it for Hannah Quigley. And on position 2 out of Washington, let's hear it for Kate Page.
Quigley versus Page. We saw the 3 records there that they're going to be shooting for. Boy, they're going to have to put up some sort of effort to match what we just saw from Kate Witkowski there. And Hannah Quigley, though, having a good turn here in these women's championships. Kate Page as well.
Coming into this single buck, Kate Page, Hannah Quigley, Lauren Bergman, all sitting on top of the heap, tied 18 points apiece. One way or another, that tie is going to get broken at the end of this heat.
Yep.
And I just think it's going to be a really close run. Kate Page is so powerful in this single buck event, but Hannah Quigley is such a technician in this event. It's going to be 2 very different races for these athletes, but I think the times are going to be really tight.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1. Go.
You can even see it off the start. You see Kate Page right in the middle of the saw. Hannah Quigley extending that saw all the way out in a huge pull stroke. Boy, advantage Quigley right now, but not by much. Oh, and a hang up at the bottom for Quigley, and Kate Page seizes the opportunity. Boy, it was just barely Hannah Quigley through the bottom of that log. I mentioned it in one of the earlier heats. When you get to the bottom of that log, nerves are high. You want to drive off. You want to end this event as quickly as possible, but that is the danger zone. The full weight of that saw on just a handful of teeth and a very small portion of wood is a recipe for a hang-up.
Both cuts are good.
So this is the gravy part of the run, Tommy. They're in the middle of the wood. The load of that saw is distributed across a maximum number of teeth. Now, from here on out, the chances of a hang-up get exponentially higher. And as we see here, Hannah Quigley's doing a beautiful job. The nose of that saw disappearing. She goes to drive off, and she ends up hanging the saw. The nose is down, and the rakers are hanging on those little few fibers of wood at the bottom. Kate Page, on the other hand, again, she is a super powerful sawyer, but I would love to see a little more technique come into play at the top of that log. When she gets in the middle, she is just motoring down through. The saw is chattering, but there's more saw to run there. She gets it back together in the bottom and rips it off on a pole stroke to take down Hannah Quigley and at least breaking or settling that part of the three-way tie.
Well, Hannah Quigley might have had it one. Hard to say. Can't say with a certainty, but she still finishes in third place with a time of 18.42. And Caitlin Page up into second place, but almost a 4-second deficit to our world record-setting performance by Kate Witkowski. Overall, mid-competition in the single buck right now. Shows Kate Page on top, Hannah Quigley. And Kate Witkowski making a move right up into third place there, but 29 points. As it stands right now, but we got more heats to come. We're only halfway through the single buck, as we say.
Here's the promo for this thing.
The next heat will be interesting, but I'm waiting on heat number 5.
Oh, yeah.
I'm already looking at heat number 5.
You can't help it. You can't help it. We got a couple of multiple championship winners here yet to perform in the single buck. And boy, a mark has been set to shoot at. That is for sure. Once again, if you're just picking up with us, Kate Witkowski from Hayward, Wisconsin, laid down a time of 13.68. A world record. We sort of associate that with the women's championship now. We see it more often than not when we have this yearly gathering to decide who's the best in the U.S.
The prize package goes up every year. The prestige just emits from this stage, and that pressure just offers the opportunity for these athletes to spend the time training, to go to more competitions, to invest in equipment, and those times just keep melting away year after year.
For New York, let's hear it for Cecilia Jones. On position 2 from Pulaski, New York, Emily Brown.
All right, there's Cecilia Jones from the state of New York, looking to make up some points here in the single buck. She's had a couple of rough performances so far, not just absolutely what she wanted, going up against Emily Brown. Brown, very powerful, good at all 4 of these disciplines here. Has had a few roadblocks herself during the course of today's competition.
Yeah, both competitors with trouble in the stock saw. Cecilia Jones, just absolute heartbreak in the standing block.
Yep.
And we're running out of opportunities, Tommy. We're running out of chances to grab those steel points. At this point, best bet is to just be the disruptor.
Yeah.
Go in there and just meddle about in points. Pull a win off an event.
Make some noise.
Yes.
Let it happen.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
Both of these ladies have very similar approaches to the and already trouble for both of them now at the top side of this log. This is going to be a really tight race.
Yeah.
Slight advantage. Slight advantage is like cookie cutter from last heat. Slight advantage for Cecilia Jones, but Emily Brown on stand 2 just has a cleaner finish at the bottom of the block. Our counterpart on the stage, Dave Jewett, uses the analogy. So those hang-ups are like riding your bicycle up a steep hill and hitting a pothole. It just robs all of your momentum, and you have to regroup.
Are good.
Here's Cecilia Jones, draws the nose of that saw way back into that block. I'm not sure what caused that hang-up. It seemed like her angle stayed consistent. Just maybe a little extra debris that didn't discharge from the gullet. Things get chattery, though, there at the bottom. We'd already talked about the small wood at the bottom of these logs and how disastrous that can be. Emily Brown working her way through the bottom of the log. has just a slightly cleaner finish, lays the saw down ever so carefully.
Well, the bottom of the disc has bedeviled more than one competitor here in the single buck competition so far, but Emily Brown, good time for her. A time of 16.46, good cut right there for Cecilia Jones. A little bit more rough going, 5 seconds behind, but a personal best at 18.68. Kate Witkowski, not surprisingly, remaining in the lead there, having set the world record here in our first heat of the single buck. 2 more to go. Both of them featuring multiple former champions.
This is going so fast, Dave. We're almost to our final event.
All right, we got the fan cam up on the screen. You want to say hello out there to the STIHL universe. Scan in on that right now. Show them how much fun you're having here at German Fest, everybody. Let's see some Steins out there. All right, who's out there, Dave? Do we see anybody from home on this one? I know yesterday we saw some guys from home.
Down is out there. Hey, I've been waiting. Are you drinking or what? That is one of the best single buckers in the world right there. You've seen her on the Milwaukee stage. Lindsay Down. And I've been wanting to say hi. I see you out there. I got something funny to show you when we're done. You're going to laugh.
All right, there's some signs. There we go. They're getting into it. There's the crew with the STIHL gear. Loving the hats, too, Dave. Loving the hats. All right, here we go. Heat 5 coming to the stage now out of Kalispell, Montana. On position 1, Lauren Bergman. And on position 2 from Spokane, Washington, Erin LaVoie.
4-time champion Erin LaVoie going up against this competitor right here who's having a great 2026. She won the Women's Cup earlier this year, and she's trying to get it done again here.
Most of the things I need to work on are still just keeping my head in the right place and some just cues to tell myself in the events of just making sure that I've got proper technique. I'm not changing anything. I'm not revamping anything. I'm just kind of going with what I have put in the time with, and I'm just riding the wave of where I'm at with my abilities right now.
Been a good day so far for Lauren Bergman. She's going to put herself in position. You feel like that she's going to, when that last discipline comes along. But she'll have this person in her way, the 4-time champion. Erin LaVoie, who's maybe been a little under expectation so far today, but she can turn that around.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
Bergman entered this single buck in a 3-way tie with Hannah Quigley and Kate Page. She got to watch both of those athletes run already. She knows what the mark is to beat. Look at stand number 2, though. Erin LaVoie is right there with her. She might be just a push behind. No, she's going to come off just ahead, as again a small hesitation for Lauren Bergman at the bottom of that log cost her that heat. Both these athletes in the 16s. LaVoie may drop into the 15s even after they do the video review.
Both cuts are good.
Well, Tommy, this was one of the heats I was looking forward to, not just because of looking for an answer for that tiebreaker from Bergman, but just the matchup. Two premier West Coast Sawyers, and they did not disappoint. It was a slight advantage to Bergman on stand number 1, but she just anticipates the finish, tried to drive off the bottom. She knows. She's upsetted herself a little bit. She looks up to that time. The veteran Erin LaVoie, though, just finishes so cleanly at the end of that run.
Well, she kind of needed a push here, and I think she got it. That time of 15.82 brings her right up under Kate Witkowski's world record-setting time here. So Erin LaVoie making a lot of headway. That's a significant heat win right there with 1 heat remaining. And there you see LaVoie, and actually there's Emily Brown in between Lauren Bergman and LaVoie. World standings now. Bergman still on top. Kate Page. 27 points for Bergman right now, but we've got 1 heat remaining here, and it's a very significant one.
Now, but we've got 1 more heat still to go here in the single buck with one of the best in the world. Coming up now on position 1. From Victor, New York, let's hear it for Samantha Graves. And on position 2, one of the best single Sawyers in the world from Chadsford, Pennsylvania, Martha King.
There's Samantha Graves. Personal best is 15.58. That would do her a world of good if she could equal or better that in this cut of the single buck, and that is entirely possible. An athlete from New York, 3-time U.S. Women's Champion, Martha King. Needs to hit a lick here, as they say back home.
Oh, this is going to be very interesting. We've seen a new world record set by Kate Witkowski. Both of these athletes could potentially take a swipe at that. Samantha Graves has been sawing very smooth, very strong lately. And obviously Martha King, 3-time STIHL Timbersports champion.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
Martha King just stretched out all of that saw out in front, but things have gotten out of hand already for Martha King in the small wood at the top of the log. Samantha Graves is running away. Time is ticking, but not very quickly. Samantha Graves is going to come out somewhere in the high 14s, I would say, after we get the official video review. A new personal best for Samantha Graves for sure. Just looked so smooth. The sawing from Graves almost looked slow at the start, but it was so deliberate. It was so well played.
Get the judge to make it official here.
Both cuts are good.
Watch the use of the tool here at the top of the log. She is drawing the whole nose back in. There's maybe a little more room there. She starts snapping the elbows out. That's what I was waiting for. Into the middle section of that log and all the way through the bottom, smooth and clean. Snapping those arms out, full extension. Great run for Samantha Graves. Definitely a personal best worthy run.
She takes the heat with a 14.75. Excuse me. Yeah, 14.75 officially. Martha King needed to do well here, and she did. She made herself into the top 10, put herself in the top 10 with a 16.13, and that is significant as well. Let's take a look at the overalls. We'll show you why.
Yeah, yes, please. Let's take a look at this. Yeah. This is going to be interesting.
Yes, Lauren Bergman tied with Martha King at the top right there.
And then Page and LaVoie tied.
And LaVoie tied.
Quigley and Witkowski tied.
This is a good one. This is a barn burner underway here in this perfect weather here in the state of Wisconsin. Lauren Bergman, Martha King, 3-time champion, tied at the top with 25 points each. We have one discipline remaining. Should be a great one. We will be right back to Milwaukee.
Some days, everything goes your way. This is not one of those days.
Look at that.
Good thing the Gator XUV can navigate rugged terrain and haul whatever the day demands.
You pull me out!
Because when work happens, you've got a Gator for that. The Gator XUV, built for every kind of workday.
The power's out!
Learn more at an authorized John Deere dealer.
Conserving moments like this. The Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation is building a strong future for all big game. 1 square mile a day. That's our mission. More access, healthier habitats. Your support will help shape what's next.
Celebrating 100 years of STIHL and celebrating these fantastic athletes. The competitors in the 2026 Women's U.S. Pro Championships. Got a great crowd in place here. Oh, they're mesmerized. They are transfixed by what's going on, and who wouldn't be? We got such a tight race. Anything can happen. We got a lot of players still in this thing, Kevin.
Yeah, we got a lot of players in this thing. And the word of the day is tie. That's our word of the day.
Yeah. You don't want to say it, but sometimes it's the obvious. You gotta face up to it.
And it's going to be interesting to see how this all sorts out, because there are some athletes that are locked in a tie back like in 4-5. They could easily jump themselves up to the podium position. And the folks that are here in the stands are having a great time. We've got a lot of great competition in this underhand chop, and the points battle is only going to get thicker.
There are 1,001 things to delight you here at German Fest. A lot of them things that you eat, but there's a lot of competition here. We got a good crowd hanging in there. That's a good thing.
First heat of the women's underhand. Give it up for Kate Snyder and Alicia Lentz.
Here we go. The underhand 6 heats on the way. Kate Snyder going to be starting us off again. She has done many times. Good underhand cutter. Doesn't like it as much as a standing block. Going up against Alicia Lentz.
Kate Snyder started out on fire in that stock saw and then has had a difficult go since then. Last chance to grab points. Last chance to play a spoiler. Alicia Lentz had a great cut in the standing block chop. We know she was happy with that performance.
Ready.
Axe is back in her hand.
3, 2, 1, go!
Just a different log orientation. Boy, I didn't like that first hit, Tommy. I saw that axe just come back out like it was gum species in Australia. Looked like a very either bad axe choice or just bad axe placement. Not enough slope on that hit. She's into the backside of the log already, as is Kate Snyder. Alicia Lentz very straight in on the chip side of her hits right there. You can see great slope over on the drive side, but her chip face is much too steep coming in. Kate Snyder looking to drive the bottom, but she's got a lot of wood there. I don't think that's ready to ship. No, she's found it. One of the guts, one of the bottom. There it is, Kate Snyder.
Stand one, good. Both cuts are good.
There's Kate Snyder there in the near ground as she makes her turn, a little bit stumbling to the backside of this log, but she gets up, squares up nicely. She is putting good slope on this log. I think the wood is maybe a little bit firm. It seems consistent across the board, putting in powerful hits. I didn't think she had this log ready to go. She goes back for one more chip hit and now starts driving top, starts working her way to the bottom. It doesn't seem like it wants to shift. There it is, one kind of middle to bottom, kind of punches it in the guts and goes down for those last few fibers. She had done a better job in the front side of the log than I gave her credit for, and it paid off there in the backside.
Official time for Kate Snyder is going to be a 45.28. Alicia Lentz, that's 6.5 seconds behind with a 51.88. So heat 1 is in the books here. We have 5 more heats left before we are going to reach the moment of reckoning, and we will know who our champion for 2026 will be.
Right, to go back to the steel trailer and claim your prize. Here we go. You can scan the QR code right now. Play along with us out there in the crowd. I wonder what kind of savagery they might have cooked up for us this time, Dave. I like that corrections question earlier. That was a good one. All right, here is our next question. What's tougher, a Steel Timber Sports competition or a Wisconsin winner? This is a gimme out there for the people. They're just asking a poll question on this one. Wisconsin winner's creeping up a little bit. Oh, get those votes in. And they are saying the competition here is tougher than a Wisconsin winner. So, all right, if you partook in that, you can go back to the Steel trailer, show them your answers into that, get yourself one of those Steel 100 hats. All right, Heat 2, underhand chop on position 1. Let's hear it for Kate Page. And on position 2, Cecilia Jones.
Ready to go, and there is Kate Page. Very, very important final effort of the day for her. She comes into this final discipline tied 24 points with Erin LaVoie, both of them 1 point behind our 2 leaders. Lauren Bergman and Martha King. So Kate Page at this moment controls her destiny to some degree.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
Like Kate Page is a solid underhand cutter, but the field that she's tied with are exceptional underhand cutters. She's going to have to put in a great cut. Cece Jones was disappointed, understandably, in that single buck chop. Trouble for Kate Page as she has to step off the block with a hung axe. Cecilia Jones into the backside of this log, cutting cleanly. She's got to keep that pace going, though, as Kate Page gets into the backside of this log and just starts laying chips on the stage. The chip side of the Kate Page's log is looking a little bit rowdy, coming straight in, a bit of an unconventional swing. Cecilia Jones steps off of that block. She believes she severed it. It looks like it is to me. Just not a big dramatic finish for Cecilia Jones. That's a chance. She's way down in steel points. A good chance for her to grab points. And a gracious bow from Kate Page. Always a great sport. She knows. I know her heart is breaking over that underhand chop.
Hard to be the happy warrior when you're in a situation like that, but she manages to do it.
And you see the relief from Cecilia Jones. She stepped off that underhand block, and she had to make sure that the head judge, Chris Alba, or I should say assistant judge, Chris Alba, went over and checked it to make sure those last fibers were separated. You'll feel that, Tommy, in your feet when those fibers separate.
Both cuts are good.
Well, let's watch this finish from Cecilia Jones. Again, the other chopping discipline, the standing block, not good. A DNF for her as she works into this underhand. Watch as she finishes. She's going to go back for one more chip hit. Didn't do a lot. It bounced right back out. Now she's driving, and right there, the block barely moves. Now, there's a chance that there's like some extra little fibers, a little fistful of matches in there. She's got to wait for the judge to come over. All she can do is stand back and watch. A little bit of a peek around the corner.
Apprehension.
Phew, says Cecilia Jones. She knew it, though. Like, you feel it in your feet. You can feel that block separate. You feel your left, the piece of wood under your left foot slide to the side a little bit. But again, you just never know until the head judge makes that final call.
Well, it's been a tough day. Some tough breaks for Cecilia Jones. Great to see her get a win in the final heat here. And that time right there, 36-76. We're only 2 heats in, but she is on top and leading the field by 8.5 seconds, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, with some tough cutters yet to go, though, Tommy.
Oh, man. Of course.
I don't have to tell you, but you look down that list at the heats left to go. LaVoie, Quigley, Graves, Witkowski, Bergman. Like, there's just a ton of top cutters left to go in this underhand. And I think we're going to see Cecilia's going to get some good points out of this, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
But I think we're going to see some time settle in sub 36 seconds for sure.
Coming up next
from Hayward, Wisconsin. Are we good? Are we good? I think we're going to hold. We're going to pause. Oh, now we are clear. The production truck says bring him out. From Hayward, Wisconsin, she just won the single block. Give it up for Kate Witkowski.
There she is, Kate Witkowski. All she's done tonight is knock out a world record in the single buck. And she comes into this tied, just 2 points behind first place, tied with this athlete right here, Hannah Quigley. Both of them coming in at 23 points.
One way or another, we're going to settle this tie right now. What an exceptional just set of circumstances to have the two of them come into the last discipline in a tie.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
The mission is clear. They are looking for a win in this underhand chop. Quigley very tight on that go. Quigley around to the backside, 2 and 2. Well ahead of Witkowski. 24 seconds now passed on the clock with a lot of wood left at the bottom. I think she's got to roll that axe down. She's going to have to draw another chip. She's looking to drive. No, she does it. She drives off. 32.55 showing is her unofficial time. Boy, there was a big wing of wood at the bottom side of that log. She had really worked in the front side at the bottom of the block to get that to come off cleanly. Wow.
Both cuts are good.
Hannah, new personal best for you here in Milwaukee in the underhand chop. How does it feel?
I'm pretty pumped. This has been a really hard year for me. I've worked through a herniated disc over the last year and a half. 3 months ago, I was still in bed. I can't even walk 2 miles from the pain, and this has been the hardest event, and it's my favorite. So it was pretty cool to have a PB here tonight.
Hannah, you have a lot of support. They follow you around the country. Why don't you say hello to them out there right now?
Oh, the family right in the middle over there. Loudest cheering squad. I'm really fortunate here.
Hannah, you are currently in first place. Go sit over there in the hot seat. Watch the rest of these right now.
Right.
Good luck with the rest of your evening. Let's hear it for Hannah Quigley, everybody.
The job is done for Hannah Quigley. She's done all she can do in this underhand. there's always room for improvement. That's a new personal best for her, but the delivery to the axe to the block was spot on. A little bit of an opportunity to just stretch a little farther for that bottom wood, roll the nose of the axe around. Ultimately, though, she's able to drive it off. Took a couple extra hits, probably more than she wanted to. I didn't think it was going to go. I thought she was going to have to go back and draw a chip, but she gambled and won on that underhand.
Well, like you say, Kevin, it's a great time to knock out a personal best. Hannah Quigley coming in here not very far back in third place. And there she sits atop the standings right now in the underhand chop halfway through our competition in this final discipline of the day.
Quigley in first, Cece still in second place.
Heat 4 in the underhand. This is Colin Shepard and Samantha Graves. Shepard.
Well, here we go. Colin Shepard, personal best in the underhand, a 35.65. She could equal that. She could find herself at the end of this heat in second place, going up against Samantha Graves. Her personal best a little bit better on her personal best with a 34.66. She would like to lay some good points down here.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
Last opportunity for STIHL overall points. Grab all that you can. Colin Shepard really quick on that start. We'd love to see it. You've got to get every fraction of a second you can out of this discipline. Had a couple hits get away from her on the chip side of the front face, as she is already into the back side of this log. One can only hope she's got enough work done, as again another chip hit gets away from her on that side of the log. She is now stepped in quite a lot. Samantha Graves has a cleaner cut going, but is not nearly through the log. Colin Shepard, 33-second cut for Colin Shepard. Things got a little bit sprayy there, Tommy, with some hits getting away from her. Graves steps off, elects to get back up, take one more hit. That means the clock will run on Samantha Graves. That's not the cut she wanted to have. Colin Shepard, though, clearly did everything she could do to get as many overall points as possible.
Both cuts are good.
Here's a look at Colin Shepard's run. It was great to watch her cut at Cherry Valley earlier this year. That was her ticket to get in here. A personal best for her, a fast time. But, boy, there's a lot of spots in here that I know she wishes she wants back, and it just makes you wonder what that time could have been. How much faster could it go, as you see some of those misplaced hits over on the chip side. But, again, personal best for her. Everything she could do, cleanly drives through the bottom. I think there was a little moment of urgency there as she drove through the top part of that log. She went quickly to the bottom side of that log, punched it off, finishes the time, gets herself a 33.01. Again, a new personal best among several personal bests on the board tonight.
Absolutely, and Colin Shepard moves in right up, tucked in behind Hannah Quigley. I don't think Hannah Quigley's not very mad about that. I think that helps her cause a little bit. All right, we have much more to come.
All right, folks, we got our fan poll question out there right now. Scan along to play along out there in the crowd. The question is going to be, who do you think the winner is going to be of this next heat? If you play along out there, you can head over to the STIHL trailer. Get yourself one of those awesome STIHL 100 hats. So, all right, who is the winner going to be of this next heat? Is it going to be Martha King, or is it going to be Erin LaVoie? What do you think, Dave?
LaVoie. Without a doubt. It's no disrespect to Martha King. LaVoie is just on a mission. Look at that 55.1%. And that is the right call. King's been inconsistent. She has been the best thinner. We're not seeing it lately, but what an opportunity for King right here from Chadsford, Pennsylvania. I call her Queen of the Keystone, King of the Underhand, but she's going to have to get past Erin LaVoie.
All right, here we go. Heat 5 coming to the stage now. Your 4-time national champion from Spokane, Washington. Let's hear it for Erin LaVoie. Your 3-time national champion from Chadsford, Pennsylvania. On position 2, Martha King.
Here we go. Battle of the Titans here in the next to the last heat of our final discipline of the day, the underhand chop. Martha King coming into the underhand, tied for the lead. 1 point ahead of Erin LaVoie. What an opportunity for both of these competitors here. They both
athletes
proven
ready.
Many times they know how to win.
Stand to your timber.
See how they handle it.
3, 2, 1, go.
By mere coincidence, I got to watch Erin LaVoie test axes out behind the competitor area, and she was working with some of the other athletes on picking the right axe, and there was a clear winner. It was clean, it was free. Martha King around on the backside of the log, but not before stepping off. King well into the backside of this log, but LaVoie just reeling her in. She's now looking to drive, and that's King driving top. No, it is LaVoie coming off 29.91, fractions of a second. My head was just whipping back and forth between these two shots. It was Martha King with a small step off. That cost her a chunk of time into the backside of the log. She was there quicker. She was in further, but LaVoie just reeled her in and drove off cleanly. Just half a swing. That was so close.
Both cuts are good.
One hit apart. LaVoie, though, we're going to get a quick word, if you want, with LaVoie from Spokane, Washington. Firm wood. We've seen you break the record here before in the low 20s. You're in the high 20s. You are in the lead right now at 29.73. How important is it to be patient when you're hitting that red, hard compression wood? You turn second, you finish first in that heat.
How important is it to be patient?
Be patient, not knowing that the clock is ticking, staying in the front of that log.
When you open into it, that's my first. That first hit's my favorite usually. On this one, I was like, oh fuck, you got to go harder now because this is pretty tough. So I adapted, I changed to the wood, and I went for it, and that was close. Yeah.
All you have to do now.
I'm gonna sit and watch numbers change and cheer on my friends. Wait for a beer. I don't know. What do I do?
The beers are just 1 or 2 hits away. 1 or 2 heats away. I think we got one more heat to go. The beers are coming up. The Steins are coming up for everyone. Hopefully for you and I, Dave. They missed us yesterday in the hot sauce celebration with the Steins. Go enjoy, watch, cheer on your friends. Yeah. Here we go again. It's never easy, is it, Erin?
It's not easy. I know I think I got a point on Martha. We were tied going in, maybe. No, we weren't. I don't know, but that standing block, my overall time's really, really too many seconds. Dang it.
Riveting.
Thanks for coming, everybody. Love you.
It is
There's a great look as we go into the turn. You see that step off from Martha King. That costs her fractions of a second, but she's into the backside of this log. 3 hits or so ahead of Erin LaVoie. You look at the volume of wood that she shifted, but things start to get out of hand as she steps in that chip hit at the bottom. LaVoie stays wide, stays clear, and just goes into the drive at the same time. It is about not even a half a swing separating the two of them.
Oh, man, you talk about a cliffhanger. This is one right here. Coming into this, 1 point separated them, and now they are tied in points at the top of the leaderboard. If we probably don't have time to look at the overall points, but it doesn't matter. We got one heat left. There could be an upsetter in this heat right here. The top 2 seeds are coming up. The last 2 seeds are coming up.
Martha, just 0.2 of a second there, separating first and second there in the underhand chop. But all right, we got to have our winner come up here of this 500i Centennial Edition chainsaw. The winner's been notified. Coming up to the stage now, Peter Oberhaus. Congratulations. Come on up and claim this 500i, man. Congratulations. Couldn't go to a better beard, Dave.
That is, oh yeah.
Couldn't go to a better beard. He definitely winning Best Beard of the Night award as well. Peter. Congratulations. Hold it up for the crowd, my friend. Let's hear it for him. Give him a big round of applause. Absolutely. All right, folks. When you come back tomorrow to watch the men's national championships, you'll be able to have another opportunity to win a 500i. So definitely come on back tomorrow for that. Super Dave, one more heat to go to crown our women's national champion. Who do we got last, buddy?
Let's bring them out. Emily Brown and Lauren Bergman. Lauren Bergman looking to go 2 for 2.
Here we go, final heat of the night. Emily Brown on stand number 1, Lauren Bergman on stand number 2. Very crucial, one of these, either one, capable of putting down a time that somehow breaks that tie in points at the top of the leaderboard. We heard Erin LaVoie talking about, oh, my overall time is not looking good. In her mind, it's not. That is the tiebreaker. Should there be a tie, would be your cumulative time throughout all 4 of the disciplines. So we're not done yet.
Matters. Every
athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
Emily Brown has not had the night that she had hoped for, but she is an exceptional underhand cutter and could post a top-notch time here and play the spoiler. Lauren Bergman, on the other hand, has been on fire all night. Into the bottom side of the log for Bergman. She's already, she's already looking like she wants to drive. She's got a lot of wood left at the bottom. She keeps going back 1 and 1. Bergman looks to drive it off. That could have gone a lot cleaner for her at the end, and she knows it. She was trying to rush the drive there and just had too much wood in the bottom of that log.
Both cuts are good.
We're going to get a quick word with Lauren Bergman. Lauren, what a journey it's been this year. You came to Virginia Beach. You won the North American title. You battled the Canadians. It was a 4-way tie. You came out on top when they combined the times together. A great job. You were just struggling to get that bottom fiber to come off. Talk about your cut.
Yeah, like Erin said, the wood was a little bit firm. So I feel like I may have bailed a little early on my front side, but I stuck to my plan, and I thought it was okay. I wish it could have been faster.
Yeah, it's just a tough journey. You've been out, you've been battling up in Hayward, Wisconsin. You made the trip down here. You're a long way from home. And it feels like we didn't even know your name a couple of years ago. You came on the stage. You know it now. The best celebrations in the business right there. This lady. Wrap it up. You got all you can do now. Wait for your beer, sit and watch. Tell us how you're feeling from the experience.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's been a good day. It's always fun to get to this stage because this is what we work for. This is just the best competition that we have, and all the prep goes into this, and now that we're here, you just get to do the work and enjoy the day.
Thanks so much, Lauren. Take a deep breath. The results are in. Dave, we're going to let you...
Well, all of the work is done for all of our athletes. Now the waiting game begins. Lauren Bergman did her best to leave it on the stage. The axe delivery, just so impressive as it was in the standing block. Where things got away from Lauren Bergman is kind of the hit pattern and the hit placing here down in the bottom. She goes and throws that one chip in and then tries to drive it. She goes back, has to throw another chip hit in, and then finally is committed to driving. When that block comes off, you can see that small wing of wood at the bottom of the front side. That will come back and haunt you every time.
Lauren Bergman capping off a good night, good performance in the night, a good year of 2026. Gets fourth place in the underhand chop with a official time of 32.95. Emily Brown down in seventh place is 5.33. And now they got to crunch the numbers, Kevin.
Yeah, there's going to be some crunching going on, I think.
Yes.
What an amazing competition. Like, before we even get to the overall results, the back and forth, the ties on top of ties, what an amazing evening of competition. What a fitting U.S. Women's Championship.
So
let's find out what our results are.
Tonight, with 34 overall points from Kalispell, Montana, let's hear it for Lauren Bergman. And we had a tie for first place. It came down to overall time between the events. In second place with an overall time of 1 minute and 36 seconds. 36 overall points. Second place, Erin LaVoie. And in first place, taking home $20,000, a John Deere Gator, as well as a Centennial Edition 500i steel chainsaw.
Her fourth title.
Martha King, everybody! Total time, 6 seconds faster than Erin. What a night!
Yeah, we kept that from him. That brand new Centennial Edition 500i. $20,000 cash, a John Deere Gator. And King's fourth title, tying LaVoie 4 apiece. And the grudge match we are setting up for next year. We'll be back, Dave.
Absolutely. All right, let's get the rest of these ladies out here. Give them all a big, big round of applause, everybody. What a night here at German Fest. Martha King taking home her fourth title. And it wouldn't be a German Fest celebration without some beers coming out. So, all right, gentlemen, let's see the Steins. Load these ladies up with some beers. Don't forget your announcers. And we're going to get one big collective toast here, everybody. The beers are handed out. The awards are handed out. Cheers, everybody. Or as the Germans would say, Probst! Congratulations to Martha King. Tomorrow, 2 o'clock, we are going to crown our men's national champion here in the BMO Pavilion. Another chance for everybody to win a 500i chainsaw, so you'll definitely want to swing on back for that event. It's going to be a barn burner, Dave. Thank you all from Dave and Dave on the stage. Have a great night, Milwaukee. We'll see you tomorrow.
Well, you know what we hate in this business, Kevin? We hate runaways.
Yeah.
We don't like runaway victories. I mean, if you've got a hometown team, yeah, you love it then. But we like it when it's tight, and it's tight to the very end. We had the ideal championship tonight.
Yeah, it actually created a new tie, Tommy. So we did have a tie in points. Martha King is our champion. What they did is they took all of the times, summed all of the times of all 4 disciplines. Martha King was 6 seconds faster across the total of all 4 disciplines. She is our champion over Erin LaVoie. The new tie that creates, Tommy, 4 championships apiece between these two Titans, and I cannot wait to come back next year and break that tie.
Absolutely. The last 8 years, those two, and now they're tied up at 4 apiece. Came in with LaVoie ahead. That win puts them, as you say, 4-4, and we just can't wait till next year to see it continue. Saw some great performances all through this whole competition here. Some roadblocks, some unexpected tough breaks. But man, oh man, Martha King almost quietly pulling it off.
As she had been lurking under the surface, and it just makes for a great race all night long.
Men's championship, 2 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, right here.